we found with this fire is our drought is very high here. And what that means is that almost every piece of wood, every forest fuel is available to burn. So what that presents to us is a real challenge to actually put the fire out. It takes a tremendous amount of water. It also is a challenge for the crews in terms of safety, because as they walk through there, they may find themselves quickly knee deep in ashes, and some of them will be hot ashes.
We've established our hose line here. As you can see, we've laid our hose all the way up, and we're just working in 100 feet for now, and we're gonna keep on going. Right now they're digging into the deep ash pits. We're extinguishing the fire that's down deep below. We're experiencing depths of burn of at least 40 centimeters, upwards of 50 or so. So yeah, safety's been a concern for us. We're making sure we don't fall in these ash pits, and we're extinguishing everything.
We did aerial ignition. And so for us, the main tool that we use in aerial ignition is these small, what we call aerial ignition devices. They're really just a small ping pong ball is really what we call them. Inside is a powder called made of potassium permanganate. It's just a chemical. And we have a machine that sits in the helicopter, and just before the ball falls out of the machine, a needle goes into the ball and shoots glycol or antifreeze into the ball, and it's an exothermic reaction, so it generates heat, and that just takes time. It takes about 30 seconds, and the heat starts to generate enough that the plastic in the ball actually lights on fire. So it allows enough time for the ball to fall safely from the helicopter, land on the forest floor, then this just bursts into flames. And so we just worked this back in strips in a controlled manner with the wind kind of traveling this way, so the wind was always pushing the fire towards the ignited fire, towards the main fire. And then the in-draft from the main fire was also facilitating that draw as it pulled in what we were igniting. So now we've cleaned up the fuel or the forest between the fire and the creek, and so that will facilitate containment. This was a wildfire at the start, and our first objective really was to contain the fire, to provide for safety, to ensure that the resort and the Parks Canada facilities and Highway 93 were safe, and that we were managing for that. But ecologically, we know that fire plays a very significant role in these forests. It is the dominant disturbance, and so ecologically there are going to be some excellent benefits that come from this fire. Right now it's 100% spruce, Engelmann spruce forest that's about 300 years old. Post-fire, we'll see a bit of a change in composition. So instead of all spruce, we might see some lodgepole pine, we might see some trembling aspen, that sort of stuff. In the forest floor, there's a seed bank. So there's basically a place where seeds have been stored for 300 years. And there are certain plants that are waiting for that fire and for their opportunity to grow post-fire.